any extra payments. For more, we're joined by Sreeni Rao of Mission Fed. Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks, Matt. Thanks for having me.
So tell me a little bit about filing here in early 2022. I have to think the child tax credit is high on the list of what people want to know about.
It is. It definitely is. And I would say, you know what? So first of all, our tax filing date is April 18th this year, so it comes a lot earlier than what we've experienced over the last 2 years. But I would encourage everyone, start early, avoid delays, and file electronically. So first and foremost, the IRS is still working to overcome a backlog of filed returns from 2020 and 21. And if your tax return is simple, get it done early and e-file. The IRS expects most tax filers will receive their refunds within 21 days if they file electronically and set up direct deposit. So that's my first kind of recommendation. And the second one is file an accurate return. I think what we've seen is inaccuracies are a common trigger for an IRS audit, and the IRS matches information that you provide on your tax return with your W-2 forms from your employer, 1099s from clients, from your banks and investment companies, and payment data from the government itself. And if your tax return differs from what the IRS has on file, it may be flagged for a manual review, which could delay your refund or lead to a full-blown audit. But to your point, Matt, the child tax credits is a big question, right? Parents may be eligible for child tax credits of $3,000 to $3,600 per child for the 2021 tax year. If you qualify, you may have already received half of your available credits as advanced child tax credit payments between July and December of this past year. You can claim the remaining half of your credits on your 2021 returns.
Obviously, a lot of stuff that people want to know about here coming on the heels of the pandemic and all the struggles that come along with that. One other one is people who may have had to file for unemployment in the past year. What should they know as they go to file their taxes?
That's a really important question. You know, unlike 2020 tax breaks, unemployment benefits that you may have received in 2021 are taxable. So don't forget to report this income on your return this year on your federal tax returns.
And then, you know, again, sort of sticking with the pandemic theme that we're going down here. I mean, I think about people that now work from home all the time. They feel like they have expenses and they want to write them off. Is that a possibility for folks if they're new to this work from home lifestyle?
You know, it's a good question, Matt. It's something you really should check with your tax professional before you write off any of your home expenses. But quite often, if you are working from home, things like desks, computers that you do at home may be deductible on your taxes. So I would definitely encourage you to talk to your tax professional before you file your taxes if you are someone who works from home.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and obviously, I think, you know, you go anywhere right now, it seems like everyone's struggling with service and getting you things in a timely manner. Is the IRS dealing with that same struggle in 2022?
Yeah, the IRS is backed up significantly right now. And again, I think that's a big reason why we want to make very careful that when you're filing your return, one of the things I would encourage you to do is go online to the IRS's website and you could pull up a copy of your tax forms that's been reported to the IRS and make sure that the numbers that you're reporting are what they have on file. Because if what you're reporting is different than what they have on file, that is what will trigger a manual review and cause delays for you. So again, yeah, the answer is the IRS is severely backed up still. And again, just like other employers, they've had to really have their workforce work from home. And one of the biggest Achilles heel that the IRS has is paper returns. So if you file your return by paper, it's going to cause a massive delay for you. And certainly the IRS is backed up right now.
Well, one last thing before I let you go. I mean, a lot of people these days, they try and file their taxes on their own, maybe save a little bit of money. But would you advise people that they need to go out there and get a tax pro to do this for them because things have gotten so complicated?
You know, I would say not necessarily. I think there's some pretty sophisticated software out there, the TurboTaxes, H&R Block. I think for most folks, you should be able to file electronically with the support of that software. You know, naturally, again, if you have some other unique circumstances, and remember, you know, there's some other things that are going on in terms of tax credits. If you're trying to reconcile stimulus payments, there's additional credits that you could get for child and dependent care. Certainly, if you're confused with those items, normally the TurboTax, those type of software will help you through it. But I would encourage you, if again, you want better to be safe than sorry, check with a professional if you're just uncertain and you want to get it right.
I'm sure a lot of people are glad to hear you say that they can still go down that road as they get ready to file up their taxes. Sir, thanks so much for joining us tonight. We really appreciate it.
Thanks so much, Matt. Have a great weekend.
You too.